So this is Elliot Scott from Splatter Films 69, the most prolific independent Canadian creature feature and horror film production company in Canada.
Yeah, the bone piece looks really cool.
So our amazing makeup artist that we had on this film here, Meat Cleaver Campout Massacre Part 2 Nightmares, is Rosa Kane, who comes from Japan. And this here is Simon C.K. He's been an actor who has worked with us numerous times before. He has amazing acting talent. But what made his talent even better is the amazing practical FX makeup.
Recently, I don't update a lot.
I will tag you in some pictures I post.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now this here was the very first feature film that I worked with Rosa Kane. Now Rosa Kane had graduated from the Vancouver Film School, a makeup program, and she's very, very talented lady. It was the very first time that she used such large latex appliances and practical effects being added to an actor. So at first she said it was a little challenging because I told her just to bring a simple makeup kit and I would bring some other stuff for her to work with.
No, I guess you can't really, it won't bother you, but just in case.
Last time we
I'm
did
not
this.
going to touch any of the net.
Oh, last time we did this, we literally filled the whole net with like this stuff. And we made it look like the fingers were like right inside.
If you really want, we can do it right before you shoot and
Yeah, that's what
let
we did
him
last
to
time.
close his eyes.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah. But actually, I think you did a better job at doing the eye thing than the one person we had before when we did a similar eye trick in a different movie I did.
Thank you.
This was also a busy day for Rosa Kane as a first day on set with me because she was literally applying 6 different latex applications and special effects to 3 different actors, and she was also applying 3 different FX transfers. FX transfers are basically water-based that end up going upon the actor's body using water, so it's a very different application.
Maybe I need more.
It was also very hard working in this grueling heat as our canopy broke the day before, so we were not able to have our canopy here to be over top of Rosa Kane as she was working on her actors. So our actors and Rose were all literally dealing with the grueling heat of like Burnaby, BC on this hot summer day.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
We're trying to make some scratch.
So Rosa Kane was applying the sponge to give the illusion of scratch marks around the eyes and around the throat where the throat gets slit wide open.
So in the last movie, we ripped the top of your head off and your brain was showing out of your hair.
That was pretty quick though, it was just my head.
Yeah, I know. This is a lot longer.
So yeah, this latex applications and prosthetics that were applied to Simon C.K., our actor, took about 45 to 50 minutes if I remember correctly. It took a very long time to finish everything with him. And once it was on, he was also not able to see. So we had to kind of hold his hands and get him to walk back to the location from the bench that we were sitting on and initially applying the prosthetics. And then we had to add our really thick sort of goo that literally is to look like the eyeballs getting smushed inside his head, basically, from myself, who was the actor, who's the serial killer, Malice Slaughter, in this film, Meat Cleaver Campout Massacre Part 2, Nightmares, which is kind of a blend of Friday the 13th and, classic 80s slasher films when they were at their high slasher craze of the 80s where everyone was watching a slasher film. So this is pretty much almost the finished product here. You can kind of see how gruesome it's basically looking here. And this is what Splatter Film 69 is so prolifically known for. Literally the best latex prosthetics, practical effects put in films today. We keep everything practical, everything original, everything creative, everything done by real artists.
Hey, here we are at the Vancouver International Youth Film Festival. Elliot Scott from Splatterfilm 69, enjoying this beautiful weather we have in Burnaby today. So yeah, today is the third day for this film festival, and tomorrow's the final day, and we'll be at the gala. So hopefully more people come down to the gala. It's a great show. Vancouver International Youth Film Festival. Come and check it out.
So this here is Andrew Kelly. Now, Andrew Kelly here has worked with me on numerous films. I Believe in Bigfoot Mating Season, Skunk Ape, Meat Cleaver Campout Massacre Part 2, Year End. A lot of times, Andrew ends up becoming the monster because of his height. Yeah, Andrew is a tall guy. Andrew is basically 7 feet tall.
Time and location. All I can do is just to stick it.
This day was a very hot day. It was also a very windy day. And we were filming mostly like a fishing scene with the father and son, who was Simon and CK, and Andrew Kelly here, who's having the makeup applied to him right now by Rosa Kane. And Rosa Kane was the only makeup artist who worked with us on this film. And actually right now she's applying the FX transfers, which are a different style of makeup. So Andrew ended up having 2 different types of makeup. A throat slit, which was a latex prosthetic, and then he had 2 separate FX transfers that were to look like meat cleaver cuts to the side of his face. So the 2 on his face were FX transfers, and the latex one was on his throat, which was much, much larger.
I didn't know this one needs some other coloration, so I have limited gadget today, so this is so far I could do. In fact, I could do much better, but it's really hard to do it here.
Yeah.
And some edges. I think maybe your phone will fix it. I don't know. How do you look over there?
This isn't the one we use, but yeah.
It's quite obvious.
In the end, though, I think Rose Kane ended up really cleaning up and making this latex prosthetic look really amazing.
Well, it's quite obvious.
It's,
the edges.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we do the broad dressing, then it will look better. But right now, it looks a little bit not so good.
Yeah.
But, maybe we stop here and then we apply the block.
So this here is basically kind of like the finished product as to what it kind of looked like within the film. And we actually all think that Rosa Kane did an amazing job, as well as our actor here, Andrew Kelly.
Here we are at the International Vancouver Youth Film Festival. Here we have our frog monster, and here we have our killer Sasquatch. And we have another Bigfoot movie coming out later this year, a found footage film, and we're also heading to Wuhan, China to film the Yiren. So we'll be doing all those cryptic monster movies. So head out to this festival, have a great time. It's 9 years running now. Great little festival, come check it out. And we are Splatterfilm 69, the best and biggest and independent monster creature feature.
And there, so we're starting, left to right, ladies first. So could you please tell us your name? And so we have a couple of people that are involved in a movie. We'll tell you everything about it in a few seconds. But if you can tell us, I guess, your name and what's your work in in the set in the movie, and then we'll go to the right.
Okay, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Rosa Kane. I'm from Japan, and my role in the movie is actually I was doing the special effects makeup. Usually, I also do makeup. I work as makeup artist, and I own a online shop for Asian cosmetics as well. So today I'm here to just chit chat about the movies we've done together and what I've done in the movies.
Konnichiwa, Rosa. Hey, desu ka, Antonio-san. Dr. Mysterio-san. All right, to our right, please. Introduce yourself and tell us, yeah.
Okay, so I'm Elliot Scott, and I started Splatter Film 69 in the middle of COVID when everybody was losing all their film jobs. So in the middle of COVID, I basically built a small independent film production company, and we now make anywhere from 3 to 6 feature films a year, which is extremely big, I guess you would say, in the terms of like being independent. Most independent studios only come out with 1 feature a year. I do minimum 3 up to 6. This year I'll actually be doing 6, and I'll be filming in Japan, in the Hebei mountain area, as well as I'll be filming in Wuhan, in China. So I'll be filming in 3 countries, in 2 provinces in Canada in 1 year, and these are all the people that work with me.
There you go, magnificent. Thank you very much. And moving on, go right.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Simon, CK, I go by, and pretty much I act in Elliot's films. I'm
closer,
from,
Simon.
oh, sorry, mic's pointed the other way. Okay, yeah, I act in some of Elliot's films. I'm born in Vancouver, but I grew up in Burnaby, so there's that. Yeah, I guess we're here to talk about films and stuff. Right?
Cool. And
Hi, my name is Andrew Kelly. I play the policeman, the Bigfoot, various creatures in Elliot's films. I'm also the cousin of Norman McLean, who wrote the book and helped produce the movie of Robert Redford, A River Runs Through It, with Brad Pitt, Tom Skerritt, made in 1992. And yeah, I enjoy Elliot's films and being in them, and I'm into film, taking film in university, and doing verticals and other commercials as well, through my filming career.
oh, that's pretty good. A lot of talented people here. That's pretty cool. So I guess we're trying to chat about the last one, or what's the or the last 2, or what's probably a good place to start. Like,
Okay, I guess the first one would sort of start with would
sorry,
be.
get a little closer to the mic.
Sorry
You can
about
move it off,
Here,
back, whatever.
maybe that's a little better.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, I guess I'll talk about the one that I had everyone in this room working on. So it was actually a sequel to a film I made. So I'm known for doing like Bigfoot movies. Literally in October, we're gonna find out if I'm gonna be in the Guinness Book of World Records as the director who's directed the most Bigfoot movies in the world. So they're looking into that, and as far as what I've been told, there's been directors who have made Bigfoot movies, but the biggest number right now is 3, and I've done 8. So pretty much I'm gonna get the award as far as I see. And I also already have a Guinness Book of World Records for the most live animals used on a independent feature film. That's not an animal documentary. So we had everything from lynxes to coyotes to foxes to wolves. We even had a mountain lion on set. So we had every animal you could think of. So she was the makeup artist on a film that was a slasher film, so it was very different than my normal films, and it was very much like a classic 80s slasher film. It got a lot of really great reviews by different horror podcasts and everything online, and it did well at the horror convention in Calgary as well as the Portland Horror Convention, and it did well enough that people kind of demanded sort of like a sequel. So we're like, okay, well, we burnt our killer in the first movie, so his whole body's all covered in scars, so killers can always come back, just like in Friday the 13th. You burn him, it's not enough, he'll come back. So the second one's called Nightmares, so we kind of made it a little bit like
the original Nightmare on Elm Street mixed with like Friday the 13th. And the movie is actually called Meat Cleaver Campout Massacre Part 2 Nightmares. And yeah, there was a large Japanese cast actually within the film. Two of the actresses actually, and everyone was like, why would you pick adult film stars from Japan and turn them into regular actresses? And I honestly, they both had perfect English. They were both great at what they did. They actually worked much better than most actresses who never did stuff like that. So I figured if I'm gonna do a scene where I'm gonna do a shower scene and a girl's gonna die, well, an adult film star, they take off their clothes all the time, so very easy for them to take off clothes in front of a camera and get killed in a shower. So yeah, so we did that, and then I was like, okay, I need to find a Japanese makeup artist, and then that's literally how I sort of ended up sort of finding her. And they both play a father and son in the film, and they are both going out on a fishing trip over the long weekend, which is the same long weekend that the serial killer kind of wakes up and from his coma in the hospital and then sort of goes on a rampage. And Andrew's character got his throat sliced wide open and a couple meat cleaver marks in the side of his cheeks. And Simon's character had his eyeballs ripped out of his head and his throat sliced. And I'll let her talk about doing the makeup for that one, I guess.
Yeah, actually, it was a very fun and challenging for me because Elliot had the makeup pieces for me, which was totally different from what I used as the prosthetic makeup kits. And then originally I was thinking to use something called alcohol paint, which is quite general and quite instant for auto kit and special effects makeup. But this time he gave me a pretty new kind of prosthetic pieces, and then I had to instantly change my plan to use something more professional as a paint to put it on. And also, actually, Elliot had a lot of things that prepared, like the glue and the block and things. And I used my own stuff together, and I made the makeup. It was very challenging that I had to put Simon's eyes right onto his eyes with the scratches and the FX stuff, and then he couldn't see anything. He had to keep his eyes closed all the time. So we had to be very careful not to get into his eyes, and then after we did the makeup, we had to guide him to walk to the place we shoot and stuff. But it was very fun. And actually we were shooting in the park and outside, and then we didn't have enough water access. So after we finished the makeup, it was quite hard for us to take it off, because originally my plan was to use something easier to take off, but I had to change my plan, and then I had to use some professional makeup removers as well. And then with that, usually we have to go to the bathroom to wash it off and stuff, but we didn't. We were at the park. So the restrooms, they closed quite early. After we shot, I think it was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, it was
the
7:30.
bathroom closed at 6. And then after we done the shooting and we went try to wash it off, it was closed, and I think both the actors, they had to had some leftovers of blocks and glues on them and then go back home. Especially for Andrew, I think he had to take the public transportations to go home, and then he was so worried that he's got caught or asked for something, right?
Yeah, I had taken the Uber home because I was afraid that people at the transit police would come up to me and stop me the chance to get, learn what happened and all this and ask some details and take me to the hospital. So I just decided to take an Uber home. Even the Uber driver was asking me, what happened? If I got into a fight or something. I said, no, it's just makeup for a movie. So.
I swear it's so fake. It's so ketchup.
It's a scratch.
Wow, that's a good and unfortunate story. Yes, having to walk or go back home with all this, special effects, makeup, and anyway, that's. I mean, it's a bad, but it's a good anecdote. Anyway. Okay, I think we're gonna go with a little more music, and then we can come back and keep chatting about. I'm sure there's a lot of
Yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about.
a lot of stuff to be said. Yes.
So yes, this is Elliot Scott from Splatterfilm69. I'd like to thank all my prolific followers on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Xiaohongshu. And we'd like to thank 90.1 FM for this amazing, great opportunity to be on your station, the best in independent radio.
Okay, so here I am getting an FX transfer placed on the side of my face to literally look like burns on the side of my face with like some veins showing and everything. So Rosa Kane was the only makeup artist that worked on this entire feature film. I did a few things makeup wise, but Rose did most of the prosthetics and stuff. So yeah, she was applying this on the side of my face, and this took basically about probably 35 to 40 minutes to apply color and like shade and get everything working well together. So first we had to put it on the side of my face, then we had to moisten it, get it all wet so it stuck to my face, and then Rose had to take and literally paint over top of it. And it was an interesting sort of prosthetic where it was showing like the veins and everything. And yeah, she was just kind of dabbing away, working hard at me doing this. And Rose is now worked with me on 3 feature films. So she did Meat Cleaver Campout Massacre, Nightmares, which is this film here that you've watched. And this is the behind the scenes for Meat Cleaver Campout Massacre Part 2, Nightmares. And she also worked with me on Yiren, which is one that I had just finished and we're still doing the editing on it. So that was a really creative film that was literally filmed in Calgary, Alberta, Burnaby, and Vancouver, British Columbia, as well as in Wuhan, China. So we had lots of scenes that were filmed all over. It was probably the most elaborate big budget movie that I have ever made. So it was interesting. And this is sort of like my finished features, what I sort of looked like. So it was actually really great working with Rosa Kane. I really loved working with her, and I'd work with her again anytime. Now, these prosthetics here, these foam ones, were actually done by myself. And these are like to show the burn marks on the legs and stuff, where it was myself being the serial killer who was in the hospital before he wakes up from his coma and everything. So the whole movie kind of goes back and forth from coma to nightmares to kind of like classic 80s slasher mixed with like the original Nightmare on Elm Streets. Kind of what we were aiming with this. Like we used a lot of fog machines and strobe lights and different lighting and different fog juice colors. It was really great.
Oh my god, it's Crazy Killer Grizzly Bear! Well, this is going to be our next creature feature from Splatterfilm69, the best in Canadian creature feature monster mayhem. We're known for I Believe in Bigfoot. I Believe in Bigfoot Mating Season, Part 2. We're known for Snow Beast Blood Massacre, where 2 crazy snow beasts take over and the sheriff must try to defend. And then we have Frog Monster, our critically acclaimed hit, where toxic waste gets spilled into the river by crooked government corruption, and one sheriff stands his grounds to protect the world. And here, our new creature, our killer grizzly, who becomes angry because forest people are coming in and they're clear-cutting the forest, so the grizzlies all become angry due to clear cutting and start attacking the clear cutters. So this is us, and we're here at this amazing film festival, Fascination. It's in downtown Calgary, Vancouver. It's been here for a couple of years now. We were here last year, we came back again this year. We were helping out last year, and this year we're just having fun. We're part of a booth. We have a booth here from 10 until 3. You can come grab copies of our films on DVD and Blu-ray. We can also give you QR codes and links to watch our films on numerous streaming services. We now have 16 different streaming services that play our films. So we're moving up, and this year we have 6 feature films coming out, which is a lot for a small independent film production company. So keep your eyes peeled for all our crazy mayhem. And this year too, we're filming both in China and Japan. In China, a crazy radio host, Rockin' Reinhold, ends up taking a trip, and he goes to China to try and find the yiren, which the yiren is basically China's version of Bigfoot. So we end up going into like Wuhan in the jungle, and we all looking around for this crazy yiren, and he's kidnapping all the Chinese girls, taking them to his cave, and we have to go in there and save them. And then we end up going to Japan, and in Japan, we go to Hibigon. And the Hibigon is Japan's version of Bigfoot. Okay, here I am, Elliot Scott from Splatter Film 69, the most prolific independent monster film production company in Canada. And here we are at the final gala night for the Fascination Asian Film Festival in downtown Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And it's being held at the Calgary Chinese Cultural Center. So we're about to step in and enjoy all the festivities, so come on in with us.
And I'd like to personally thank Rio O'Hara, Japanese adult video star who came in and worked with us on this film, and Alfredo Lara, the horror novelist from Mexico, Rosa Kane, our makeup artist, Simon, CK, Andrew Kelly, Tracy Pullman, Julie Aislinn, and Don Roper, who all returned and who have all worked with me before in the past. So this was amazing. Thanks to everyone. So remember to like and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Threads, X, the old Twitter, and Xiaohongshu for all our Chinese fans. So Splatter Film 69, the biggest and best in independent horror and monster films, creature feature madness.